So the big deal about the SmackDown season premiere of SmackDown was that Goldberg is back. You know, the guy with one move and a half. And it's not like WWE broke the promise. Goldberg was on SmackDown. Kinda. I'm not one of these people who actually don't want to see Goldberg in the WWE, I'll explain later, but dude, I was excited to see Goldberg. I wasn't excited about this. But you know what, people, even though I wasn't excited about Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman, it really surprised me. Roman is just the best. It's 2020 and we're saying it. Roman is the best. And not necessarily only because of SmackDown. You know Ryan Satin, the Satan himself? My man got roasted by Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is officially my favorite WWE wrestler of all time. The most popular performer in WWE liked my interview with Paul Heyman. Roman Reigns liked it too. I'm funny. Not so fast, Satan boy. Let's be very clear. You did nothing in this interview to contribute to me liking this tweet. Nothing. As a matter of fact, all you did was creep me out with that behind the camera face of yours. I love you, Roman. Roman, I'm a married man, but boy do I love you.
It's just kind of dumb.
No, it's not dumb, Brian.
Yeah, it's kind of dumb, like a sports.
Brian, it's not. Brian, it's not dumb.
Welcome to another episode of Greatness of SmackDown season premiere. Honestly, not a horrible show. Not a bad show. Sure, predictable, but even though it was predictable, it was entertaining as hell. Now, many people are very angry about Goldberg returning. If I'm being honest, I don't care. The only thing I don't like is that they're bringing him back before Jey Uso lost, so it's like even more predictable now. What's the point? But I'm still excited, I'm just saying. But Goldberg vs Roman Reigns does sound interesting now when Goldberg is a face and Roman is a heel. So I want to see Roman basically destroying Goldberg. Spear after spear. Leave, old man. It's my yard now. I want to see that. But this SmackDown kicked off with Triple H, Stephanie McMahon, and the SmackDown Plus Raw rosters. I don't think it was necessarily, they just basically hyped up the show, stuff we already knew. You know, we're getting Jeff Hardy versus Lars Sullivan, we're getting Daniel Bryan, Universal Championship, Tag Team Championship matches, basically stuff like I've said, we already knew. Then we got Robert Roode and Dolph Ziggler attacking the Street Profits, who are the Tag Team Champions, and then we got a huge brawl between Raw and SmackDown. Well, it was mostly SmackDown, but some Raw guys were still on the show. I don't really know why it wasn't really necessary. Anyone in that Braun Strowman spot could have been just the same. But anyway, we got a big brawl which turned into Lars Sullivan versus Jeff Hardy. You guys know how I feel about Lars Sullivan. I don't care. I simply don't care. You know, other big men like Kane, The Big Show, when you see them, you're like, okay, this looks scary. I'm trying to imagine myself in that situation. When I'm seeing Lars Sullivan, I'm getting scared, but because of all the different reasons. He might want to make movies with me, and I couldn't say no because he's very big. I'm just kidding, obviously. I don't really see the appeal of Lars Sullivan. Knowing he's a shitty human being also doesn't help. But I just don't get it. I don't see why would WWE basically risk so many superstars' careers for Lars Sullivan, someone that will never get over because he's bland. Anyway, we got Lars Sullivan versus Jeff Hardy. Yeah, it was okay. I mean, they're trying to portray him as this monster. We got a twist of fate, but he didn't sell it. He did his finisher when Jeff Hardy was about to do a swanton bomb and he won the match. Lars Sullivan, I'm a big guy. I smoke a lot. I have yellow teeth. But Jeff Jarrett was watching the match, so that's better. We got the New Day in the ring, and it was actually quite emotional. They talked about their friendship, their career highlights, how, you know, they didn't know what to do with their careers until the New Day started, and they're basically brothers, so it hurts for them to be separated because of the draft. Like I've said, pretty emotional. All of them kinda cried, and I get it, man. And like I've said, I'm happy about this, but at the same time, yes, I'm also pretty sad. I just want you to understand that at this point in their careers, it's actually for the better. Big E has so much potential. Xavier Woods, Kofi Kingston, well, Kofi was already a WWE champion. It needs to happen for us to miss the New Day. As much as we love the New Day, I believe most of us were kinda tired of it and we wanted something new. It's also a shame it's been a while since they were heels, you know. So seeing the same stuff over and over again gets old, and after a couple of years, maybe we will get that New Day reunion. For now, it's for the better. Then we got Sheamus, Shinsuke Nakamura, and Cesaro, kind of a reunion, and that was the last New Day match as a faction since Big E is on SmackDown. The match was actually pretty alright, and of course the New Day won their final match. Then we see all of them celebrating in the ring, crying, and Big E, I think, was saying how they will forever be a part of him, and he can't thank them enough. They are his brothers. Again, Big E is staying on SmackDown, and the rest of the New Day are going to Raw. Probably gonna be weird for these guys traveling, separately. Like I've said, it needs to happen for now. Kayla is talking with Otis. She asks about his plans on The Miz and this whole briefcase thing. I don't know if that's a storyline anymore. We got Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn is making fun of him. You lost Tucker and Mandy, and Otis pushes him. Cash in for the Intercontinental Championship is coming, perhaps. I see that as a possibility. He's gonna change the contract, tweak it a bit. And yeah, I believe that's such a wasted briefcase, moment. It was a mistake to give him the briefcase. We got Daniel Bryan back. It's been, I think they said 4 months. Wow. And I really miss the guy. The guy is growing his hair out again. And we got his family watching, and he's talking about all the draft picks and how it's great to be in the Thunderdome, and yeah, whatever. He gets interrupted by Seth Rollins, and Seth is kinda offended. You didn't mention the most important draft pick. And he basically says, which part of the history you wanna be on, Daniel? Do you wanna be on the right side of history? And that was actually pretty funny. Daniel was like, this is dumb. You're dumb. This is dumb. This is not dumb. This is dumb. And we got this brawl. So they were brawling. We got Rey Mysterio and Dominic. They were standing in the ring. And Seth Rollins was still expecting Daniel Bryan to basically, join him. Daniel Bryan leaves. We got Buddy, and Buddy turns on Seth Rollins. I should say Murphy. It's Murphy now, not Buddy. He wanted to shake Mysterio's hands, but they refused. So I don't know what's happening. 2 scenarios. He really changed, or he is basically playing with them. It's part of the plan. I will say this though, Seth Rollins versus Daniel Bryan does look very interesting, but my number 1 pick for Daniel Bryan's possible rivalries is Bryan versus Roman Reigns. I really want to see that. We got SmackDown Tag Team Titles match, Rude and Ziggler versus Street Profits. Very short because in the middle of the match they attacked the Street Profits 2-on-1, I think, and that's how it ended. We got a pretty cool tag team move by Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode, but then they, basically got destroyed by the Street Profits, and this is most likely going to happen again. I don't know about you guys, I really don't care. I really don't care. We got Bayley and Sasha Banks contract signing, which was actually pretty okay. Sasha made her feel a bit guilty, I think, by saying that if I wanted to turn on you, I would have done that years ago. So yeah, Bayley was the only one who actually considered turning on Sasha Banks. So yeah, that was your typical contract signing. And Sasha says her name is bigger than the championship, and it's gonna be just an icing on the cake when she takes that championship away from Bayley. Cannot wait to see the match. It has so much potential. You guys know Sasha versus Bayley is one of the greatest women's matches in the WWE. I really hope it's gonna live up to the expectations, because the expectations are quite high. And we got the main event, Universal Championship match, Braun Strowman versus Roman Reigns. Now, I don't think the match was anything special. I do like seeing Roman Reigns in the ring. I love his work. But I'm just saying, Strowman versus Reigns, I never really liked that rivalry. Strowman in the ring is limited. I don't know. I really liked the vibe of this match, how big it still felt, even though it was very predictable, but I don't think it was anything as spectacular as they tried to portray this match as. Is that even a sentence? What am I talking about? But I did like the finish. So basically, Strowman kicked out of a spear, but we got a submission, and Strowman actually tapped out. Great for Roman, bad for Strowman, of course, but wow. So he taps out. We got Jey Uso And Roman is like, this is how we feed the family, basically. This is how I put the damn food on the table. Roman was like, bam, chicken wing, bam, rib, bam, tomato, bam, cucumber, bam, Coca-Cola. That's how I earn the damn food on the table. I love this segment, man, this ending. He was like, if I can do this to Strowman, imagine what I'm gonna do to you, because, you know, I love you. I love you, Jay. I love you. Anyway, he gives the chair to Jey Uso. You know, he can hit Strowman or me, he does nothing, but then he gets mad, he attacks Roman Reigns, multiple chair shots, he says I love you too, but we got a lot of distractions and we got a Superman punch, and that's how Roman basically stood tall. Reigns also says, this is your last chance. So I guess a decent SmackDown, nothing special, but the ending makes up for it. Pretty okay. I really cannot wait for Hell in a Cell. This match is gonna be something else. It does feel like one of the bigger pay-per-views, you know, Sasha versus Bayley, Orton versus Drew, Roman versus Jay has such a great story. I do expect Goldberg, though, you know, to basically ruin everything, yeah. But yeah, that was okay. Thank you for watching The Great One. Peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.